Is marching band a sport? Now, intuitively, it's not a sport. Why do people ask if it's a sport? And why do people try to argue so passionately that it's a sport? Well, it comes from this culture in our country where we value sports above all else. There's such a sports supremacy culture in the United States. Uh, and that's why we consider the highest rung of the social ladder as, the varsity football or, people like that. Meanwhile, we think of the band kids as maybe the nerdier kids. And again, this is not the case in all communities, but this is a very wide stigma, I would say. Uh, so when we're trying to argue that marching band is a sport, it's coming from this idea of we want in with the cool kids. We're ashamed that what we're doing is an art, so we'd rather call it a sport. I think that's ridiculous. I take pride in the fact that marching band is an art and that I'm an artist. And when I do marching band, I'm making art musically and visually on the field. And sure, you could be part of a competitive program. You could be part of a competitive program that is doing it to beat another group or doing it for a score. But ultimately, that's not what you're doing it for. Hopefully, you're doing it for your love of the art. You love what you're doing. Why else would you do it? So I think marching band is an art, and I think that is a good thing. And here's a thought experiment for you guys. Imagine the United States of America, but the fine arts are the coolest thing, and the people in the highest rung of the social ladder at a high school are the best musicians, the best painters, the best poets. I bet the varsity football players would ask, "Hey guys, is football a fine art?" And I bet they'd come up with elaborate explanations as to why football is a fine art. Uh, there's no shame in the arts or athletics. There's no shame in the things you choose to do. If you're choosing to do an activity, regardless of what that activity is, and you're demonstrating hard work, pursuit of excellence, teamwork, integrity, you're demonstrating all these character traits through the vehicle of whatever activity you chose to do. That is what makes you a great person, not because you're an athlete or because you're an artist. That's silly. All of these people are amazing people who are choosing to do things at the highest level possible, no matter what that thing is. So, marching band is an art, it is not a sport. And the people who do marching band extremely well are extremely good artists. And, they are extremely good athletes as well. But I don't think that's necessarily the thing that they should be trying to take pride in. I think they can take pride in their art just the same way anyone else can take pride in their craft, whatever their craft may be. All right, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.